We have today yet another story surrounding classified documents being in places where they aren't supposed to be, in the residencies of people who were in the White House. Of course, around June of 2022, we learned about the Trump Mar-a-Lago FBI raid, where he had boxes of hundreds of classified documents that he said that he already gave back to the FBI, but the raid found more than what he said that he had already returned, and there was an ongoing investigation by the DOJ, who is a special counsel, be looking at the Trump case, and then of course around 3 weeks ago we learned about Joe Biden's classified documents that were found first at the Penn Biden Center in D.C. and then at his house in uh, Wilmington, Delaware. His lawyers reported it to the National Archives in DOJ around November 2nd, and this story went public around the end of December of last year. So there was some backlash because the Biden team had waited for 2 months before going public with their uh, discoveries, and that has also been appointed. A special counsel has been appointed to oversee the Biden documenting. But now we have Mike Pence, and of course, Vice President from 2017 to 2021 under Donald Trump, and he has been found with a small number of documents bearing classified markings that were inadvertently transported to the personal home of the former vice president at the end of the last administration. So right away, this bears way more similarity to the Biden case, both from the standpoint of how many documents there were, um, and the legal team's responses for the individuals in question. In this case, we're talking about a very small number of documents, not boxes and boxes that were found Mar-a-Lago, and the lawyers had found these documents on January 18th, and now today, January 24th, it has been reported and gone publicly. So, what can we expect from the DOJ? Well, probably the same thing. Um, Merrick Garland, we anticipate will stick with the trend of appointing counsels to oversee cases with classified documents being misplaced, and of course, it find see if there was any wrongdoing, and if there was deliberate wrongdoing, then hold those individuals in uh for then give the individuals the consequences necessary by the letter of the law. So all of these situations should, of course, all be taken by facts and evidence and not politicized in any way. But there are people on both sides of the aisle who are accusing the other side of making this political. Pence was asked about this in the context of Trump in the past in August, saying that he didn't think that he had any documents in his house, and in November saying that there'd be no reason for him to have any classified documents, especially if they were in an unprotected area. And the lawyers say that they were completely unaware that these documents were there. It's very similar to what the Biden team said, unaware where the documents were, and once they found them, they told the National Archives and DOJ, and we're going to just see what happens from there. But as we've been saying for the past two classified document scandals, it's really an issue of national security. How can all these documents get misplaced as classified and top secret markings? It could serve as pose a national security threat, because if bad actors are able to get their hands on these documents, they would be able to have inside intelligence on America and how they govern, how they operate with secret systems that even the public doesn't know about, and they would be able to use that to their advantage to harm the United States. So this is another significant story, and will there be any other classified documents stories? Who knows? Maybe they'll find some in Obama's house next, or the Bush, but it's just very unprecedented and crazy how all these classified documents are suddenly being found at the homes of people who used to be in the White House.